Meanwhile, around here in the early mornings, I was waking up to almost a Hallmark movie type snowfall, light and big snowflakes. It was very picturesque, but here's hoping there's not a ton of snowfall for the rest of the week, Greg.
No, not really. We had a little bit of light snow here to start with the system that came through, and as I showed you earlier, very narrow band that picked up maybe 1 to maybe 2 inches, and a few areas a little bit higher. But if you're outside of that band, you didn't have much. Right now, if you look at current conditions, still cloud cover remaining. A few flurries at some locations, like Ladysmith still's got some. But overall, cloud cover is continuing. But we are going to start seeing breaks of that overnight, but not totally clear skies tonight, which will help keep our temperatures a little bit warmer. But otherwise, this is the current conditions going on. So the snow has pretty much ended. Now, as that pushes off to the east, we have a boundary that really sitting over the mountains that separates a very warm, moist air mass that's hitting the west coast between a very, well, not so much cold, but colder than usual air mass that's sitting over our area too. So we are eventually going to see some of that push our way throughout the weekend, and eventually next week the pattern does change. We are going to get some more of that Pacific air mass that will actually get our temperatures back above freezing too. But in the meantime, that's not going to be the case. Overnight, we're still going to get in the single digits. Above zero for the most part. A few areas below zero, even areas further south might get just down to 10, 11. We will have cloud cover here and there, not completely clear skies, which once again will help to keep the temperatures not bottoming out too much. Tomorrow highs will have more sunshine, a few degrees warmer for some areas, but all in all still a below average, but light winds. So all in all, not a bad really day to end the work week in early January. Now as we go towards the later half of Friday, we're going to start seeing more cloud cover increasing, especially towards the afternoon, as another system will be approaching from the northwest, and there's another one from the southwest too. Now they're both going to kind of brush the area, but for Friday night still looks mainly dry, at least until midnight. We have just cloud cover increasing. This is going to hold our temperatures up even more going into Saturday morning. Now the system does produce a little bit of snow, but as I show you, most of it's to the south with the system there, and one to the north more in the Arrowhead and the UP. So we just get kind of brushed through. You can see by midnight a little bit of activity across the area, and some of that continues through Saturday morning. But as note, more of it's to the north, and then there's a system to the south. So I don't expect anything that we saw like today, but we could see a little bit of flakes of snow. The one thing we do have for Saturday is more cloud cover, so not much in the way of sunshine, but that just means our temperatures are a little bit actually warmer because we start off a little bit warmer. So we're back into the 20s, getting close to seasonal conditions for this part of the year. So all in all, not a bad Saturday either, with a few flakes of snow there going on. Sunday, we actually get even warmer. This time we will definitely be at average temperature, with a few areas getting to 30. And note that wintry mix. We have another weak system coming through late Sunday and Sunday night. This one bears a little bit more watching just because the precipitation type may be freeze and drizzle or sleet, one of those minor ice events again too that we've seen quite a bit. Now next week, once we get past Sunday, the ridge is overhead. We have the Arctic air well to the north, and we stay mild too throughout the week. We do have another push system coming towards the weekend, but still that doesn't look too cold overall. So if you look to next week, a lot of 30s and a lot of 40, even 40s as we get further into the week. We'll have more activity probably coming towards the end of the week as another system comes through. But all in all, it's a pretty mild stretch of weather once we get past about Saturday, minus a few precipitation chances, but no significant system's going to be coming through.
No, very mild for early January.
Yeah, like I said, it's the coldest month of the year, so eventually it's going to flip, but definitely get out and enjoy the conditions here next week.
For sure. Thanks, Greg.